So the next question is, write a short report on COVID crisis in your hometown. The correct pattern is to colon, the editor, then the Dawn News, comma, and ABC. Then from colon, you will be the reporter and XYZ. This is the correct pattern, and you will have to follow the margin line, and you have to write everything from the left side of the paper, not the right side. Then subject, it is very important. You can have the subject statement from your question statement, COVID crisis in my hometown. Introduction. The COVID-19 pandemic has significantly impacted communities worldwide, including our hometown. This report aims to provide an overview of the crisis impact on the hometown and the measures taken to address the challenges posed by the pandemic. In the hometown, you can write the name of your hometown. All right. It is must that after subject you will write the heading of introduction, and after giving a short or brief introduction you will start the report. And in this report you have to give the headings as I have given you. Report. The COVID-19 virus has affected many residents of hometown, leading to endless hospitalization and unfortunately casualties. The pandemic has disrupted local business and livelihood. Many small businesses have struggled to stay floating during lockdowns, restrictions, and reduced customer spreading. Job losses and economic uncertainty have been significant challenges for residents. School and educational institutions in hometown have faced closure and shift to remote learning due to pandemic. Students, teachers, and parents have had to adopt to new learning environment and cope with the challenges of online education. The pandemic has damaged the social fabric of hometown. Social distancing measures, travel restrictions, and lockdowns have limited social interactions, gathering, and community event, leading to isolation and loneliness among residents. Response to COVID-19 crisis. Local authorities in hometown have faced various public health measures to curb the spread of COVID-19, including mask mandates, social distancing guidelines, and vaccination drives. Efforts to increase testing and contact tracing have also been prioritized. Government initiatives and community efforts have been directed towards providing financial support to business individuals affected by pandemic. This support includes financial assistance, donations, and programs to facilitate economic recovery and job creation. And educational institutions have employed strategies to facilitate remote learning, support students and teachers, and ensure continuing of education amidst disrupting caused by the pandemic. The residents of hometown have come together to support one another during these challenging times. Community organizations, volunteers, and local initiatives have helped weak population such as older people and those in need. Conclusion. The COVID-19 crisis have presented unprecedented challenges for hometown, affecting the health, economy, education, and social well-being of its residents. However, through collective efforts and strength, has responded to the crisis with determination and solidarity, demonstrating the strength of its community in the face of misfortune. Moving forward, continued vigilance, cooperation, and support will be essential in navigating the ongoing challenges posed by the pandemic and working towards recovery and resilience. After conclusion, it is a must to give suggestions. Invest in expanding healthcare facilities, including hospitals, clinics, and testing centers, to ensure sufficient capacity to handle COVID-19 cases and provide timely medical care to residents. Number two, to ensure widespread vaccine coverage among residents, prioritize and accelerate COVID 19 vaccination campaigns. This includes setting up vaccination centers, mobile clinics, and outreach programs to reach underserved communities. Enforce strict adherence to public health measures such as mask mandates. Enforce strict adherence to public health measures such as mask mandates, social distancing guidelines, and hand hygiene protocols. Increase public awareness and education on the importance of the following these measures to prevent the spread of virus. Financial assistance and loans to small business affected by pandemic to help them stay afloat and recover from the economic losses. Invest in resources and technology to support remote learning for students and teachers. Ensure access to devices, internet connections, and online learning platforms for all students, particularly those from low income families. Provide training and support for educators to deliver remote instructions effectively. Then, after giving suggestions, you will have to sign, then write your name and the date. So, moving on to the next question, write a letter to the newspaper editor about the irresponsible behavior of the public on the event of national significance, such as Independence Day. So, the letter pattern is Examination Hall, City ABC, May 04, 2024. Because you're sitting in an examination hall, so you have to write examination hall. Then the editor or the manager, address of the editor and the manager, and his city. You can write XYZ or Rawalpindi, Islamabad, and you can assume his address too, alright? If obviously it is not given in the question statement. Then you will be writing Dear Sir or Madam. Subject, irresponsible behavior of the public. Subject can be taken from the question statement. I am writing to express my concern about the irresponsible behavior exhibited by the members of public during events of national significance such as Independence Day celebration. As a loyal reader of your newspaper, you can write The News, Dawn or Nawai Waqt or Jung, any newspaper. I believe bringing attention to this issue and support for greater awareness and responsibility among our fellow citizens is essential. Independence Day is a time for us to come together as a nation to celebrate the sacrifice of our forefathers and the freedom and liberties we enjoy today. However, witnessing irresponsible behavior and disregard for public safety during these celebrations is disheartening. One of the most concerning behaviors is using fireworks and firecrackers in densely populated area despite the known risk of injuries and property damage. These activities pose a significant danger to individuals and communities and contribute to air and noise pollution, thereby harming the environment and the public health. I urge our community, a collective entity, to reflect on Independence Day's significance and celebrate properly. It includes exercising caution when handling fireworks, respecting public property, and clearing up after ourselves to preserve the beauty of our surroundings for future generation. Thank you for considering this important issue for publication in the newspaper. By raising awareness and encouraging dialogue, we can promote positive change, ensuring the future celebrations are safe and complete and reflect the values we hold dear as a nation. Then you can write your sincerely, your obediently, your truly, or your faithfully, and then XYZ or your name. So that was the correct pattern of letter writing. Now moving on to your CV. I have shared two patterns or two templates of CV writing. that is widely available on the internet, you can follow any one of these two. Firstly, you can see he wrote his name, then his designation, then profile. In this profile, he has mentioned his qualities, positive qualities, then experience, and after experience, he has mentioned his education. On the very left side, he has written his address, his telephone number, his email address, and different skills which he has been doing in the past. You can see after giving all the experience, he has written his education in the last of his CV. Then moving on to the next template CV, which is available on the internet. It's also, the girl has mentioned her name on the right side and her picture on the left side. She is working as marketing manager, and below her name and her designation, she has mentioned her qualities. On the very left, she has mentioned contact, phone number, email address, and the address. Then, as you can see, she has mentioned her experience, and on the very left side, her education, then her expertise. Then languages, and last but not least, the reference.